You know what, Vince? You're right. The contract does say Finkel, but it says Howard Finkel. That's right, Vince. I now own WCW. Here at the RJ Show and the Sports Guys podcast, we will try our best to use only the following phrases.
We will only use the words ass, damn, hell, and bitch. We will never, however, use the words shit, fuck, goddamn, Jesus Christ, faggot, or any other racial or sexual slurs. Now then, as it pertains to video, we promise there will be less dick references.
Oh, shit.
Watch your fucking mouth.
Well, fuck me.
God damn it. Fuck.
And of course, please do not forget to hit that little subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, or communicate by commenting whatever it is that is on your mind about today's topics and videos.
Hey guys, welcome to a NFL edition of Sports Guys 24/7. We are going to start off our top 5 elite quarterbacks in the game of the NFL.
That's right.
And RJ, I'm going to start off with my top 5.
Alrighty.
What do you think I'm going to put at number 1?
Are we doing like personal favorites top 5, or are we doing like legit stats top 5?
We'll just do, for number 1 overall, we'll do
Our favorite? That's an elite quarterback?
Yep.
Okay, Tom Brady.
I don't have him.
No?
I don't have him my number 1.
You don't? Aaron Rodgers.
Close.
Close? God, shoot. I know who it is. Brett Favre.
Oh, who else would it be?
Oh, what am I thinking here? It's got to be Brett Favre.
Yeah. All I need is John Madden putting him over right now. And
But you know, Brett Favre's the only guy that can throw a touchdown with his foot.
you know what? I've heard that on many occasions.
You know, he also wears real comfortable jeans.
You got to State Wrangler, him and Dale Jr.
And some lady did a party foul and didn't text the pitcher back. You know, it's pick for pick, not pick for nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Pick for pick, people. Come on, don't be that way to Favre. If Favre sends you a pick, you send a pick back. That's the way it goes. Don't matter if you're married.
Yep.
All right.
Imagine if that happened to Hogan.
Oh, yeah. Hogan. If Hogan didn't get a pick for pick, he'd be going over to leg drop somebody. But let's go ahead and get into this 5.
All right. After 5, I have Mr. Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, good choice.
I'll have Mr. Tom Brady.
Oh, can't get better than that.
I'll have the only elite Manning in the family, and that is Cooper. No, I'm just kidding. Peyton Manning.
Yeah, my favorite of all time.
And my last one is Drew Brees. And I think after that there is no more elite quarterback.
There's one. For me, there's one other elite quarterback, which I don't know if you think he's elite, but I just consider him an elite quarterback overall. So I'll get to that in my list. It's gonna probably surprise you because we didn't talk about this.
All right.
Okay, so you want me to go ahead and give you my 5?
Alrighty.
All right. Obviously, number 1's my favorite athlete of all time. I'm from Indianapolis. Not a big shock. Peyton Manning. Especially with his, I think there's no doubt he's elite. If he's number 1, that's, I guess, arguable. But there's no doubt that he's an elite quarterback. And at his age, there's probably no one that could play at his age is anywhere near as good, except for maybe Brett Favre, obviously. Who's number 2 on my list? Brett Favre.
Just a quick question. How did you figure out, where did you figure out to put him ahead of Matt Hasselbeck?
Oh, that was tough. That was, I sat here for hours just thinking, like, where do I put him? Like, Matt Hasselbeck is just one of those guys, our new backup here in Indy. But all jokes aside, my second pick is the only Aaron Rodgers. I think that Aaron Rodgers, I'm not at all a Packer fan. As you well know, don't hate the Packers. Obviously, in my opinion, Brett Favre is the best Packer of all time. But Aaron Rodgers, there's no doubt in how good he is, and he is great. So Aaron Rodgers. Also, number 3 would be Tom the Terrific Brady. Tom Brady and Peyton Manning have been kind of the faces of the NFL for the past 15 years, close or something. So they've been that's just the way it is since they've been around. Next on my list is Drew Brees.
The summer breeze.
Drew Brees. That is number 4, right? So, and I actually do have one more for you. And this guy, the elite doesn't usually go around this guy, but if there's anyone else that remotely deserves the list, I'm putting in there because he's so much different than everybody else. His playing style, and he's won multiple championships in his career already. He's still playing. He's getting older, and his team's not that good right now. But Pittsburgh Steelers, Ben Roethlisberger.
See, I can't put Big Ben up there. This was 3 years ago. I would have, but
just in the sake of argument's sake for top 5, I had to think of a 5th, and he's the only guy I think of that remotely would deserve that 5th spot. Because I can't put Tony Romo in there. I can't put. I mean, there's so many. I can't put Michael Vick in there because he hasn't done anything in years. You know what I mean? As far as relevance goes, he's probably the closest one.
Yeah, just because of his multiple championships,
that's where I'm coming from with it.
But
But
also saying that you could put Eli Manning in there, and I just
I mean, I just had to think of somebody because it's for argument's sake for top 5.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously the 4 is solid though. The 4 is no doubt about it. The 4 main elite quarterbacks in the NFL today. But let's go ahead and let's just switch topics because Big Ben was just thrown in there because I just couldn't think of anybody else to put in there. So let's just switch topics to talk about 5 quarterbacks, or let's talk about some quarterbacks that have that elite name around them that are not elite at all.
All right. My first one is Eli Manning.
Eli Manning? Okay, go ahead and tell us why.
I think he's a very good quarterback, but I think his 2 Super Bowl wins, I think, are the luckiest Super Bowl wins ever. He threw up a ball to David Tyree, which would be an incomplete pass because of the nose of the football was touching the ground. So therefore, they would have been turned over on downs. There was a Super Bowl loss right there. And his other Super Bowl win, that pass he made, I will agree, was a good pass, but it was an even better catch. It was Mario Manningham that caught the ball on the sideline to win him the game, basically. After that, he's basically Eeyore. When you see him on the football field, he throws a pick, puts his head down, and walks to the sidelines. That's your quarterback.
Are you saying he's Mr. Interceptions?
Yeah, and talk about Mr. Personality.
Oh, he's got a personality. I'll tell you that.
I don't know. I don't trust him.
Yeah.
I don't trust.
I don't hate Eli because I mean it's hard to hate someone's brother when you're such a huge fan. I've been a Peyton Manning fan for his whole career, 15 years. Drafted here in Indianapolis in '98, so I don't hate Eli by any means, but I'm not a fan of his either. And then it's funny how they always say you can't spell elite without Eli. So what do you think about that? You can't spell elite without Eli.
Oh yeah, I can't spell a loss without Eli either.
Oh man, you know who else is a really elite quarterback? Now we're talking elite status.
Who's that?
Mark Sanchez, man.
Oh, Mr. Butt Fumble himself.
Mr. Elite. That's what you meant to say, right?
Did you forget to say not, or were you talking about elite?
No, I'm talking about he's elite, dude. Mr. Elite.
Oh, I know. Compared to Tim Tebow.
Compared to Tim Tebow, he's really elite, isn't he? Yeah, man. It's all jokes aside, though. Here's a person that I want to talk about. It's going to make a lot of people mad because people are hopping on the bandwagon. But the man that I predict, and I mean this, he will never, ever get another championship. He's a one and done, Mr. Joe Flacco.
And I can agree 110%.
I mean, that man. I mean, Ravens fans, enjoy your quarterback championship right now with that quarterback because you ain't gonna be seeing another one.
Not for a while. Well, it depends. If you play Madden, you might.
Yeah. Well, in real life, in the actual Super Bowl, you'll never see him in there again, probably.
Oh, you won't.
I don't think they'll even make playoffs this year. I mean, they got rid of everybody remotely decent on their team now, haven't they? I mean, they got rid of Bolden, who's the only reason they got far as they did. I mean, Bolden made some of the most miracle catches.
Yeah.
And you're going to see how much the Ravens relied on someone like Bolden when you see like crazy incompletions and you just don't see any type of aggressive play out of the defense remotely as close as it was, with Ray Lewis on that side and stuff. So I think that Joe Flacco, people call him elite. He's getting elite money, but he's not elite.
No, he's definitely not elite. The last 2 times that they played to get to the playoffs, Joe Flacco played his ass off. But it's not. He had Anquan Bolden both of those times. Yeah. And if you remember, that the game that they played against the Patriots that got them to the Super Bowl, Aqib Talib got hurt. He had Anquan Bolden locked down the whole first half, and they were going nowhere. As soon as Talib went down with an injury, they started picking on his replacement, and that's when Anquan Bolden just dominated.
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's funny when people say that he's an elite quarterback because of that one championship win. You know what I mean? And if that's the case, if he's elite for that, then me putting Big Ben at number 5 is completely justified.
It is. Well, did you know Jim McMahon's elite now, too? He's got 2 Super Bowl rings.
So he's elite.
Yeah.
He's pretty elite,
Yeah,
Curtis Painter's got a ring. Yeah, Curtis Painter's got a ring.
Hey.
He's pretty elite. He's elite, dude.
Elite.
Yeah, he's elite. He's got a ring. He's got 1 ring by sitting on the bench watching Peyton throw the ball. So he's pretty elite. It's pretty funny to me about that. Now let's go ahead and switch. Do you have anyone else that you want to talk about that they say he's elite but he's not? Anybody else come to mind? Because Flacco was the first guy that came to mind for me.
Yeah, I know Matt Ryan. I think he can be. I think he can be. Yeah. I don't know. It just seems like when it comes down to it in the regular season, he'll make that play, but when it comes to playoff, he chokes.
Yeah, we know who you can't say elite without Jay Cutler though. So
that's right. He's Mr. Elite.
There's Mr. Elite for you. How about Mr. You want to speak of Mr. Elite? You know who else is Mr. Elite? Matt Schaub, Mr. Elite.
Oh.
Mr. Elite quarterback, Matt Schaub.
Definitely, Mr. Matt Schaub.
So you can't spell elite without those guys. Just let everybody know,
Yeah.
So, you can't spell elite without like we already said, Matt Hasselbeck. How about the one and only? You love him, you hate him, you can't get enough of him. Mr. Elite, Tony Romo.
Oh, Mr. Romo.
Mr. Tony Romo. Don't mistake him for the other word that starts with a H.
Yeah, that'd be very disrespectful.
That would be very. Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
So we're not even going to get into that.
Let's flip the script. In let's say in the next 5 years, who are your top 5 elite quarterbacks from, let's say, from age 21 to about 26?
Oof. I don't know if I can give you 5. I have 2 that come to mind.
Okay.
I have 2 that come to mind real well, and that's RG3 and Andrew Luck.
And you can't argue with those. I think I might only have 3. I've got the same guys, and I know
who you're going to add. I know who
be in there.
Yeah, I knew who you were going to add. It's just at that age bracket, there's not that many quarterbacks that look remotely close to being elite. All we have is last year's draft picks, which is pretty much all we can go by.
Yeah, like the guys like Russell Wilson. I think he'll be.
Oh, and Brett Favre.
Huh?
And Brett Favre. I forgot. I forgot to add Brett Favre's my number 3 for up and comers.
Exactly.
Brett Favre.
That never leaves.
Yeah, Brett Favre. So let's add him to that list. But all jokes aside, RG3, no doubt about it, is going to be phenomenal. He's definitely going to get a ring sometime in his career. Andrew Luck, obviously I'm super biased because I'm a Colts fan again, so bear with me on this, but I think Andrew Luck's going to be, phenomenal as well. For a rookie season, they both break records. For a rookie, Andrew Luck is very, level-headed. He don't seem like a rookie out there. I mean, for his first few games were a little rocky, but he looks like he's been playing for longer than he has, is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? And he's got the wisdom and he's got the knowledge of a quarterback that is 5 years older than him. You know what I mean?
Look at who his coach was, Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah. So
it's funny that Andrew Luck and RG3 Stanford wanted RG3.
Mhm.
They wanted him to play wide receiver.
Yeah.
When recruiting him.
I'm glad he did.
How crazy would that have been?
Yeah, I'm just glad that didn't happen.
Yeah, right?
But see, people don't talk about. I mean, Andrew Luck is he's not as fast as RG3, but he's one of the faster quarterbacks. He ran the same as Cam Newton, and Cam Newton is fast. They both ran 4.6s.
Yeah, like I was telling you before, he's a mixture of like the scrambling ability of Aaron Rodgers and just the poise in the pocket of Peyton Manning or Tom Brady.
Yeah, to me, there's no higher praise than that. What you just said there was fantastic high praise. I'd take that as a huge compliment.
Oh yeah, and plus in college they run a pro style offense. That's what a lot of the teams now do. That the quarterback's ready to start right away. They're right in there. That's the SEC for example. That's basically the NFL right there. If you can succeed in that conference, there's no way you're not going to succeed in the NFL because it's basically all NFL players. Basically, Alabama every year they got about 12, 15 guys that are going to get drafted right there.
Well, I think that the best thing about the most hopeful thing as a Colts fan here in Indianapolis, I live really close to the stadium. I'm right here. Is and we're Colts country. We bleed blue here. We don't really talk about the Pacers that much because you know whatever. But we bleed blue here. We're a football. I consider us more of a football town and city and state. So it's just refreshing to me to see that we're building around such a young quarterback. We're building around his playing style. You know what I mean? Because his playing style, even though it has a Peyton Manning-esque when it comes to his throwing style, he's a completely different kind of player at the same time. You know what I mean? He's kind of like the hybrid quarterback, which we're seeing more of these days with the run / that double threat kind of thing. He could get you with the pass or he can run it out. You know what I'm saying? So. And him and RG3, I think the possibilities are endless for him. Anyone that's the Redskins fan, congrats for getting RG3 because that just changed your guys drastically. Like, can you imagine? Remember the Redskins a year ago, this time last year? And look at them now. Redskins are a threat for once. You know what I mean? They weren't no threat until they got RG3, but now they got RG3. It's a good time to be a Redskins fan. So any of you guys that are Redskins fans, congrats on that.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for a quarterback in Chicago.
Oh, you got Jay Cutler.
Like I said, we're still waiting for our quarterback.
Oh man, well, I don't know what you mean by that though.
I love Cutler. I love his attitude. I love his demeanor.
Good.
I don't know. I don't think he has the desire and the hunger that a Rodgers has, a Brady has, a studio rat, where he's on his days off, on his during off season. Those guys, they're practicing with their team. They're trying to get the routes run right. They're checking film. They're doing all this. I just don't.
Yeah, but you can't spell elite without Cutler.
What's that?
You can't spell elite without Cutler, man.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't think football means as much to him as it does to the elite guys.
Yeah, that's because people are wearing his jerseys in the locker room. You've seen the commercial.
Yeah.
How would you
were talking before, like the whole the Kobe thing.
Yeah.
I don't think he's got the hunger.
Yeah, I mean, there's just certain people that have it. Peyton Manning's got it. I mean, the ones that got it because they're household names. That's just the bottom line. I know we're talking football, but just real quick, Vince Carter could have been a huge star, but he didn't have that hunger. You realize how good he was at one point, but he never had the hunger. That's what separated Kobe from Vince Carter was the drive.
Yeah, it's just so sad that you have all that talent in the world. You're on the biggest stage that you can be on, and you don't have that desire to do it. Yeah,
I mean, it's pretty crazy. Real quick, this is the last question for the night on this video. Do you think just try to foresee the future here? Okay, is Wes Welker going to have a better season this year on the Broncos, or if he would have stayed in the Patriots locker room this season? Which is he going to have a better season now, or would he have had a better season if he stayed with Tom Brady and the Patriots with their team?
Oh man, I think that he will have a better season with Denver just because of the type of player he is. Mm-hmm. He's a slot guy, and that's the whole reason why New England was hitting more blocks because they run that 2 tight end sets all the time, and the 2 tight ends they're always in the middle. But then so is Welker, so they have no guy to stretch the field or anything. So all they really had to do was get on Welker or get on Hernandez because Gronk was out the whole season.
Yeah.
But now he's got Demaryius Thomas, he's got Eric Decker to stretch the field. Now Welker could just eat the middle like he's good at.
Yeah. Okay, follow-up question to that real quick, same topic. Are you suggesting, do you think that the Patriots are going to do better than the Broncos, or the Broncos going to do better than the Patriots overall this season?
Oh, man, I don't know. I think losing Duberville hurt Denver a lot.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think I think their offense is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Like New England, like they got, if Danny Amendola, if he stays healthy, he's going to be a hell of a player like he was until he got hurt last year.
I think that the Patriots, though, offensive-wise, the Patriots are going to be struggling like Denver might be defensively a little bit this season.
Yeah, it's just nice that New England can rely on the run. They have 3 running backs that can do it. Danny Wood has left, he went to San Diego, which I don't know whoever wants to go to San Diego. Let's not go to non-elite quarterback, Philip Rivers anymore.
Oh, that's pretty elite. You can't spell elite without Rivers, so...
He was on that cusp about 3 years ago.
3-4 years ago. He was in the talks.
Yeah.
Now he's in the talks about who is this guy. A lot of people don't even know who he is.
Yep.
Unless you're from the area. But all right, well, we'll go ahead and wrap this video up. We've gone about 20 minutes talking about this. We'll talk to you guys later.
Thanks, guys.